Driving while Dimash-ing, but a different type of Dimash-ing. All right. I just got somebody messaged me who knows me pretty well. And when I mean knows me pretty well, they know me outside of YouTube. And they're like, Johnny, let it go. One of the things about sometimes being intellectually bright is sometimes we are impatient. That doesn't make people perfect. You know? And I was trying to explain to this person that it's not that they're pointing out a fact to me, because I said I love facts, I love information. I said I love it. It's this know-it-all attitude, this pointing it out like I'm a dumbass. I said that I can't. And he goes, yeah, but she was like, let it go, let it go. You know, YouTube is a platform where there's going to be a lot of snowflakes on there, and a lot of left-leaning liberals, and they're gonna, especially for people that like Dimash. She goes, think about it. What do liberals like? Music, art, and she says, you're a very unusual type of conservative because you do like that, but you like something that they don't like. Law and order, God, things like that. You believe in justice, the American way, God, family, and country. Things that the new progressives or the socialists nowadays don't believe in. And for you can't conceptualize it. Because that's what I noticed about you. You can't conceptualize in your brain that people can't understand why law, order, believing in God, believing in subjectivity as she goes, part of it hurts because you're a doctor. You believe in objective truth as opposed to subjective truth. Many of you didn't know that, right? Okay. So, didn't know that. And I said, yeah, I'm very analytical in the way I think in that regard. I said, Dimash doesn't make me think analytically until I want to think analytically. I said, I didn't know a whole lot about music in regards to, different types of voices being used. I just used my ears, my eyes, the information that I was given, and then I tried to do some research I could on this individual and just found what an amazing human being he was. I'm still going to keep up that last rant video because it's part of who I am. I'm not heartless, but I can't stand the finger wagging, okay? And I will tell people to take a hike in my wonderful English that I know. I tend to go 4-letter on there and go guttural. But, hey, you can take the boy out of the city, but you can't take the city out of the boy. Meaning I can choose to ignore it. And that's going to be tough because I've been my whole life, if I see a bunch of stupidity going on, I point it out. I don't have a governor there. I tend to point it out. That's why I hate a lot of the reaction videos. People falling off their chairs like they're so impressed with Dimash, they gotta fall off their chair. Get real. But you know what? They get hundreds of thousands of views because people like it. So they're doing it. They're performing. To me, that's not genuine. It's not organic. It's put on. There's there used to be two black brothers. Okay, I think they almost had close to the same name, and one of them ended up moving away to another city or something like that. But these guys would, when you watch them, it wasn't genuine. One of the reasons why I liked Trey ENT before he passed away, his reactions were genuine. You had this warm feeling about him. People find that interesting, that I like people that are very opposite of me, very warm and very genteel, and I'm very rough on the outside. I'm not gonna give you little fuzzies and I'm not gonna give you doilies and any of that crap. I'm not. I would rather have a conversation with you. Come over, and, if I had made friends with people, I'm like, man, let's go out. Let's have a steak and a beer, and let's just have fun talking. That's my thing. I would rather be with a bunch of guys doing that, than sit around talking about Trotsky and Karl Marx and Engels and the left-wing ideology. I know about that stuff. I forced myself to learn about that stuff because I had to figure out why our world was going wacky. And again, it's part of my intolerance. I can't understand. I literally can't fathom why our world has gone so wacky. So I had to do research, and because I have the intelligence and the knowledge and the wherewithal, I'm able to study and figure it out and go, I figured it out. And they're indoctrinated. Welcome to Nashville, Tennessee, where right now it is like in the middle of a flood warning, and we're trying to drive to work. Yeah. So many of the people that I have actually spoken to, they didn't realize I liked Dimash at the beginning. This was about 5 months ago, and they said, you don't join anything on Facebook. Nah. I left the fascist book. I left them. I don't need them. Okay. And I hate joining groups like that. I really do. It's like a big giant echo chamber. I can love Dimash without being in an echo chamber. Okay. I get it. I get why people do it, and I don't beat them up for it. That's fine. I used to have a girlfriend that used to be doing all that stuff, and I never beat her up on it. That's fine. That's what she wants to do, and that's okay. But many of those people know things before we even know it. Like before that video came out, they already knew that video was coming out. They were just waiting for it to come out. They knew that it was written by Igor Krutoy. They knew it was written for Dimash before it even came out. I like Dimash, but boy, I'm not in that group where I know all of the things beforehand. So I tried to use the knowledge I have to get a true enough reaction. And even I've noticed, I've gone back to some of my videos before, some of my reactions, they were all real, but they weren't necessarily on point if I didn't have all the facts. Having the followers I have, a majority of these people are, this is what I do love about Dimash fans. They're pretty educated. You can't like this type of music and not be educated. You can't. Because I've actually tried having people, for example, my next door neighbor, marble eyes, right? She has one eye goes this way, one eye goes this way, You want to shake her head, maybe the eyes will straighten out. The only reason I say that is because her intelligence is somewhere between 70 and 80. I'm like, goodness gracious. Yes, There are taxes taken out of your check. You have to account for that before you pay your bills. Here you go. Let's lay them out. Huh? That type of intelligence, okay? I was like, oh, good God. I'm like, how were you ever married? Seriously. Okay. You can see there are people out there, within 10 seconds, I can watch their eyes, their reaction, that are bored of the music. They're like, that's not my style of music. It's not. This is what I like about some of the reactors. I think there's one guy is like Steven Reacts or whatnot. He'll even tell you, and even the Russian guy, the Russian rapper guy, is. I like that guy. Okay, they'll tell you it's not their style of music, but boy, can they appreciate what Dimash has done, and they have just become huge fans of Dimash. Was it Steve Reacts or Steven Reacts? You guys will tell me. He's got like tattoos on his finger. I think he's got like an X written on his back of his hand. Okay, the guy reacts and he gives you straight up what he believes. Now he's not gonna use the 4-letter words and anything like I do, or I try not to do, unless I get a reaction video like my last one where I was really pissed. And I was pissed because it's this, I just think you're just an idiot. Just shut up. So it's like, and it was more than one. It's just like every hour on the hour, yeah. And I understand why, because Oni Pietra is a really, really, really popular song now. Everyone wants to hear it. It's a new one. Everyone waits for the new Dimash song to come out. I do. On a daily basis. Every day I'm clicking on, going, no new Dimash song today? Nothing new for Dimash? Okay, I guess I gotta watch an old reaction video. Maybe I'll know something I don't. Whatever, you know? Every day I look to see if there's a new one. So when that new one came out, I was like, wow! Let me react to it. So, I do appreciate the followers. Now, I had 2 people on my last, and it's going to happen more. There's going to be quite a few more. I expect a lot of snowflakes that are going to finger point and tell me. One said I was wrong for, I was rude. No, once I was just straight up rude. The way you treat people is rude. I wrote back, yep. I wasn't even going to deny it. Yes, it was rude. I can understand you're not following me. She's like, no, I just wanted to let you know. Okay. Whatever. And the other one wanted to finger point and how appalling of you. Now that's the stuff I can't stand. That what I call moral preening. Okay, you're gonna sit there and try to tell. That's that liberal crap that I can't stand. You're not better than me, and quit trying to tell me what you think is morally right, and shut the fuck up. Okay, I let them know that in my lovely vernacular. Yes, I can speak without 4-letter words if I wish to. But you're gonna get real reaction videos from me, but I do understand where my friend was pointing out. Just let it go. There's people who are way more recognizable as reactors that constantly get beat up and they don't comment on it at all. Just don't comment. And I said, yeah, that's tough. I've always been a fighter my whole life. And they're like, oh yeah, you gotta let go, Johnny. And I was like, yeah, okay. But I'm gonna keep that video up because I want people to know I'm far from perfect. I am far from perfect, but I said I just can't stand stupid people. I just can't stand them. I said it's probably why I can't stand the left nowadays. They're just stupid. She goes, yeah, that's. And by the way, most of the time I let some of it bleed into this one, but 99% of the time when I'm doing a reaction video on Dimash, it's about Dimash. If I do a political video or a philosophical video, I don't let it mix. Okay. Because there's people that don't want that anything intruded in there other than that. And I completely I agree and understand. So, I agree. That's why when I do a reaction video on it, I don't bring that kind of stuff up. You have any questions, comments? Again, you can write me again. I do read them. I read them all. Unless they're in Russian, then I have to wait till I get back home, and then I gotta put them all under a Google Translate. And believe it or not, I do that only about 20% of the time. I don't do it all the time. I just think that they're pretty much communicating with themselves, because there are a lot of people from Russia, Kazakhstan, that see the videos and they write, and I appreciate it. I appreciate all the followers. One person said, it's subjective that Dimash is the best. I said, okay. I said, but I use my high intelligence. I also use factual information, and I base my subjectivity on the fact that there's nobody else that can do what he can do. Nobody. All right? So you may like a certain person, and the person that they were saying, Marcelo or some whatever, Marcelito, or I forget the name, whatever. Some Pinoy? Is that Pinoy? Does Pinoy mean Filipino? Isn't that what Pinoy stands for? They're better singers than Dimash. Yeah. Now I'm sitting there going, how damn biased are you? Yeah? That's subjectivity to me. I'm not Kazakh. I'm American. But I use what is given in front of me, and the vast amount of people that are in the music industry that will tell you there's nobody comparable to him. Nobody. Okay. All right. There was a couple people they named. Vitas, some other woman from the Philippines. I was like, they're all better. I was like, really? Celine Dion and Beyonce are better because they have more records? What? You're disclosing by the amount of records that somebody has actually sold as whether they're the best singer in the world? That isn't the I'm not using those parameters. Because Dimash does, in that fact, Dimash doesn't have an album out. So if then that would mean I don't have an album out. Then under your analysis, I'm as good as Dimash. No, that's not true. That means my neighbor is as good as Dimash. Shouldn't have an album out either. Okay. Album sales, popularity does not necessarily define how great a singer is. Pop music has always been more. That's why they call it pop music. It's popular pop music. Doesn't necessarily define the quality of their voice. It just means that they've done something that is popular. Okay? It could be an act they do. It could be the way they perform. It could be their song. It's kind of catchy. There's nothing wrong with that. And by the way, we as Dimash fans are not discounting somebody like Beyonce, or discounting somebody like Celine Dion or Whitney Houston by saying they're not wonderful, great singers. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm not sitting there saying, oh, Whitney Houston, she's not as good as Dimash. Who cares? She's a great singer. She was a great singer. Sad death. Okay? You know, and Celine Dion, an amazing vocalist. She's a diva in her own right. She's He's a fantastic vocalist. That is not what we're mentioning. What we're mentioning is when these vocalists, such as Celine, if she was to hear Dimash, she'd be like, oh my God. Laura Fabian hears Dimash and is like, oh my God. And it's because of the quality of their voice. It's the texture of his voice. It's the perfection of his notes being hit. It's the way he can do a run with perfection. It's the way that he can have an airiness to his voice. That's a perfection. It's the transitions from a tenor to an alto, from a tenor to a whisper. It's like, whoa. To back down to a bass and a soprano, then back up to a soprano. It's like, whoa. His vocal control is ridiculous. More than the 6-octave range. His control. And he makes you feel it. 90% of his songs, and that number is made up by me, are not in English. But for some reason, I feel it. I feel every song he sings. Late Autumn is in Chinese, and it's one of my favorite songs. I was like, oh my God, I'm about to cry, and I don't know a damn word he said. Sinful Passion. What's in Russian? Beautiful. Love that song. The Love of Tired Swans. It's in Russian. Love it. Dai-dee-dow. It's in Kazakh. Love it. I love these songs. Okay? And I don't want them translated in English like some, but well, I've heard. No, I don't want them translated in. I don't want to lose the meaning at all. No. If it was written in Russian, sing it in Russian. I'm not into that. Translated, no. No. I want it sung just the way it is. Yeah. I'm a different type of reactor. You're not going to have me falling off a chair pretending to react to something. I'm not going to... oddly, I was trying to tell people what I really felt. I don't want to react to Dai-dee-dow and Late Autumn and all of these songs in the past. And the reason is I've heard them. Do you guys really like to hear someone react to a video when they've seen the video 1,000 times? Just because it's a new reaction video? I don't buy it. I think that's being fake. I think it's completely being fake. Okay? It's being disingenuous. Okay? Man, you see no sun. All you see is just major rain. Okay? And I just have a feeling that the people that watch my reaction videos, they want me to curb my my language a bit. I want me to curb my language a bit. But I think they like my reaction videos and my Dimash-ing while driving. I'm the one that came up with that expression, Dimash-ing while driving. Do you ever hear anyone else do that? No. They want, because it's genuine. It's genuine. They're going to get an honest opinion. And even on some of the songs that I wasn't necessarily a fan of. I had people that watched my videos and go, Johnny, I knew you didn't like that song. I knew you didn't like it. But you were being as kind as you possibly could for the Dimash fans. And I was. There were a couple songs that just didn't hit me the way that Onya Pietra hit me, or The Love of Tired Swans, or SOS, or name it, just name it. There's a bunch that Late Autumn, Love Is Like a Dream. Those songs hit me in a way that some of his dancing videos or dancing songs didn't hit me. And I had some Dimash fans, again, want to beat me up, but most, a good strong percentage, Again, I'll make up a number, 90%. Good, strong percentage. Understood. You don't have to like every song. My favorite artist before Dimash was Phil Collins. And I loved when he sang with Genesis. I loved almost every song on there. But there was this one, was it A or was it B? Or was it he or she? It was called Who Done It. And I'm like, that song sucks ass. What the hell is that song about? Was it A or was it B? Or was it he or she? Who done it? I was like, who created that dumbass song? And I didn't like it. And I'm sitting there going, from a group like Genesis, I was like, whoa, listen to all that water. I sound like I was from New York or New Jersey. All that water. All right. I don't want to be scooted off the road or pushed off the road. And so I did a little longer video today on this one, and this one is the thanks to my friend, but I am going to leave my other one up there because I want people to realize just a little bit about me, open myself up a bit. You may not agree with everything I'm about. I get it. You know what? I don't think this is going to be open back here now that I'm back here. We'll see. We shall see. It's open. Lucky for me. All right, guys. Peace out. This is Johnny B.